Hey everyone, welcome to the board wrap briefing with me, James Otter of Otter Surfboards. Today I'm going to talk you through our riser model. This is a step-up gun type board, so if you're used to your short boards and you want something for some meatier surf, this is the kind of board for you. It is 6 foot 8 inches long, it is 20.5 inches wide, and it's 2.5 inches thick, and it carries about 38 litres of volume throughout it. You'll notice that the wide point is slightly forward of centre, so it's up under your chest. So that's all about that paddling speed. So when you're in bigger surf and you want to move around the lineup or get into waves early, you're going to have that speed when you dig in and get your paddling moving. And it pulls in to this rounded pin template at the back end here. And that's all about hold, stability, control, gives you an awful lot of confidence when the surf is bigger. We tend to use this board in anything from kind of 3 foot up to, I don't know, up to head and a half, double overhead. And in fact, this is Chris who works for us. This is his board, and he's had it out in surf even bigger than that. It's his kind of winter board, and so he rides this in a really wide range of conditions, but mainly in fairly chunky surf. He often rides it as a quad. We designed it as a quad. It was out of a conversation with Chris, thinking if you had a board to take into serious waves, how would it look? So he normally rides it as a quad, but when it's a bit smaller, he often throws the back fins out and just uses it as a twin fin, because he really loves the looseness that you get from that. But really, when the surf gets bigger, I'd encourage you to ride it as a quad for that hold and speed. We have also made it as a thruster. So if it's more of that performance end of stuff that you want to go, I'd head you towards the thruster as well. It'll give you that ability to turn a little bit more easily. You'll notice that it pulls in and tapers quite nicely out towards the nose here. It's actually got a little bit of V in the nose, so that when the waves do get fairly steep and fairly critical, you can set that rail nice and early, and then it runs through to a concave through the middle here, so you can get that rail to engage in those steep waves nicely. So it will kind of sit with that concave on the bottom. It will sit and let that rail grab into the water nicely and give you that control. And it runs into a fairly shallow double concave through the fins, which means once you're on that rail, it's just pulling that water through the fin there and generating lift through the fin section. Yeah, if we take a look at the rocker line, you'll be able to see that it's fairly shallow really through this midsection, which is again all about that paddling speed and ability. Once you're up on the board, it's going to get moving nice and quickly. But it's got a nice consistent lift through the front end here to get you out of any troubles if you're in quite steep wave, or if you're taking a late drop, it can handle that quite nicely. And then it's got this nice curve through the fin section, which allows manoeuvrability off the tail really nicely, because it brings the front end of the board up and out of the water. Like I say, this one here actually belongs to our Chris, but you are welcome to join us on a 5-day workshop to come and make your own one of these, or you can commission us to make one for you. I think I've given you all the information about the riser, but if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch, or if you want more information, there's some links below. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.